Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Exposing the Narcissist. My name is Clarice, and I focus on all things narcissism. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe. And to all my subscribers, please like my videos. Every little helps. So, let's get into it. How do I deal with a narcissist family member? This is a question I have gotten a few times, and I have decided to finally put my opinion and experience out there. As usual, bear with me and listen to the end to fully understand my message. Today's topic is a bit sensitive because what might work well for one person or one type of situation, it might not be the best for someone else. So the choice is for each individual to make because it is a choice that they have to live with and be at peace with. I have covered different aspects of this issue in some other videos I've done, which I'll post a link for in the description. But personally, I think there are two options when dealing with narcissist family members. But in both instances, there is a disconnect where you have come to realize that you cannot trust this person and would prefer to have nothing to do with them. Okay, so the two ways are either you cut them off completely or you set boundaries. Let me elaborate. When I speak of cutting them off, I am talking about a clean cut, no contact whatsoever, even via Facebook, text, or the like. Just nada, nothing, like they never existed. You don't want to hear of them or see them again if possible. Whereas when it comes to setting boundaries, this is not as extreme as the clean cut because there is still contact. As to how much and how often the contact is, that is a personal choice. But setting boundaries basically means that you have put certain things in place so that this particular individual or individuals do not get close enough to you to hurt you. For most people, friends, partners, and acquaintances who are narcissists are easy to cut off and move on with your life because everyone knows life is a journey and you meet different people along the way. Some stay for short periods of time, others longer. But growing apart is very natural and expected in many cases. So when someone hears that I've cut off a friend, it's a bit sad, but not much of a fuss is made about it. But this is sometimes more difficult to do when it's a family member. For example, when it comes to a narcissist family member, especially if it's an immediate family member like a sibling, parents, in-laws, if you apply the clean-cut approach, you would be met with a lot of resistance from other family members who will be trying to get you to change your mind, reconcile, etc. And the stress of that can make certain people write off their entire family altogether, move countries, change their name, and just start all over again. And sometimes the whole family is toxic. So I wouldn't judge anyone who has decided to cut off all their family members in that instance. Everyone needs to decide what is best for their sanity, safety, and happiness. But I personally believe that when it is just one or two family members, like a sibling, a parent, or even an ex-partner where children are involved, so you have to stay in contact. In such situations, I think setting boundaries is best. The most efficient way to set a boundary between you and a narc that you can't completely cut off is to limit contact. Only see them or speak to them when needed. When you have to deal with them, keep conversations very basic, small talk really, and do not allow yourself to ever be alone with this person. Because someone is a family member, it does not give them a free pass to be an abuser and get away with it. With regards to my own situation, for my mother's sake, who is a codependent, I have set boundaries when it comes to my narcissist father and brother, instead of cutting them off completely. Not only have I physically positioned myself so they cannot ever just turn up at my door, but they also know I will not put up with any crap from either of them. With my brother, we may exchange a handful of texts each year. With my father, I speak to my mom a few times a month on Skype, and on a few rare occasions, he may come and say hi or ask to see the children, and that's the limit of exposure to my narc brother and father. We haven't seen each other in person in years, and because I am physically off limits, a lot of issues are avoided. If my father ever needed help, I will assist in whatever way I can, but preferably from a distance. But if I had to be in the same room with him, I would apply the same tactics I mentioned before. Small talk and excusing myself so I am not alone with him. Neither my family or my husband's family have our address, which means I control when and if they do see us. And it would mean we go in to see them, not them coming to us. But besides that, contact is limited to texts and video calls. Apart from the parents, I personally would have no problem making a clean cut to any other family member. But I have come to realize that physically distancing yourself is a game changer to dealing with narcissist family members. Because if they cannot have access to you, there isn't much they can do. They will also not be too bothered in keeping in contact with you unless they want something, of course. But because they have no details of what's happening in your life, when you turn down their request, what can they do? Absolutely nothing. Cutting off is the cleanest and surest way to be rid of the narcissist. But for some people, it is not that easy or even possible. But what can be done is boundaries. Boundaries can be set. And it allows you to take control of who has access to you and how they have access to you. But either way, the choice is yours. But I strongly believe that one of these ways should be implemented to safeguard against the narcissist in your family. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.